Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are continuing our previous chapter, chapter number 4, the environmental balance. Here first term is the food web. Observe the various food chain shown in the picture, which means here in this picture different small um, food chains are present. Find the different food chains of which the worm and the mouse form a link, which means here different small food chains are present, like grass are eaten by deer and deer are eaten by lion. Here is a small food chain, and again the grass is eaten by the grasshopper, grasshopper eaten by the frog, and frog is eaten by the snake. Here is also another food chain. Like this, different food chains are present in this picture. One living thing can be a part of number of food chains that give rise to a food web in the nature, which means a one particular living thing can be a part of different food chains. Like a rabbit is a part of different food chains, a bird is a part of different food chains. Like birds can eat worms and can also eat a grasshopper, which means these small food chains are, or a particular component of a food chain is interdependent on each other and can be a part of different food chains, which is collectively called as a food web. Next topic, the most important food in food chains are plants. Living things get its food from the environment. As you all know that all the living things, animals and human beings can get their food from the environment. Like human beings can eat plants and animals both, and animal can eat animal. Many animals in the environment eat only plants, which means some animals like deers and like goat can only eat the plants. Another or other animals eat the animals, like lion eat other animals that lives on plants, which means lion can eat the deer and deer eats the plants. But plants make their own food in the presence of sunlight, using water and carbon dioxide from the air. It means that the plant are the main support of every food chain, which means the plant can prepare their food with the help of sunlight by absorbing the sunlight, with the help of CO2, carbon dioxide from the air, with the help of water and minerals present in the soil, with the help of their roots, which means the main part or a support of the food chain is the plants. The environmental balance. There are many food chains in our environment, as we see before. Because of these food chain, every living thing get the food its need and therefore continues to living. Microorganisms living in the soil help the process of decomposition of the plant's residue, dead animals, excreta, etc. As a result, substance that help growing of plants are formed and get added to the soil, and plants use them for their growth, which means the microorganisms which are present in the soil can decompose the dead material of a plant or of an animal, and these dead material can fertilize the soil, due to which new plants are grow and plants are eaten by the animals, or plants are growing with the help of sunlight and with the help of CO2 and water in the atmosphere or in their environment. The plant use substance in the soil for their growth, and when plants and animals die, the decomposition of their remain added the substance to the soil once again. This is an important cycle in the environment. Also, living things get a continuous supply of water because of the water cycle. Water cycle is the main source of water for the plants. Plants are growing with the help of water and sunlight. Plants are eaten by the animals, and animals by eating the plant can grow and die. When they die, the decomposition processes start with the help of microorganisms which are present in the soil, which mean all these cycles are continuously going on in our environment, which are useful for every living thing in our environment. A particular component, a single component, can essential in the food chain and important for the environment. Living things use oxygen from the air for breathing and give out the carbon dioxide gas. As we know all, as we know that the plant use the carbon dioxide from the air for making their food. And oxygen is given out in this process, which is used by the human beings or a living animals and gets added to their air again. This too is a cycle in nature. There are several other such cycles in nature. Thus, there is interaction among amongst living things and between living and non-living things in nature. This interaction go on continuously, which means the air which are the oxygen which is removed by the which is exhaled by the plants are taken by the living things, and um, living thing gives the CO2 carbon dioxide in the environment, and that CO2 is taken by the plants. This helps to maintain the food chain in the environment. When the various cycle in the environment goes on interrupted, environmental balance get maintained. Which means if interruption is there, no environmental balance is there. If uninterrupted chains or a food chains are continuously going on in the environment, that only the environmental balance get maintained in the earth. What we have learned, there are innumerous type of living things on the earth, which means animals, living like animals, plants, and human beings. There is interaction between living and non-living things in the environment, which means the living things are interconnected with non-living things for their food or for their shelter and etc. Different kinds of animal, plants, and microorganisms are found in different regions of the earth, which means lions and tigers are found in forest region. On a snow hilly region, there are polar bears are found, and in riverside or in a river, fishes are found, and in this and some organisms are found in this way. Different organisms are found in different regions of the earth. The water cycle, various other cycles, and food chain in nature help to maintain the balance in the environment, which means the water cycle is essential for the maintenance of the environment. These balance have been maintained for thousands of years. Always remember, for the existence of the living things, it is important that environmental balance is maintained. Here is some activity for you to do at home. Find out more about the birds you see in your surrounding and write their name in your notebook. Make up your own slogan about maintaining environmental balance, like safe trees, safe environment, just like that, and write in your notebook. Here we finish our chapter number 4, the environmental balance. In next video, we'll continue the question and answer of this chapter. That is it for today.